Boys, I've been saying this for a minute now. I still need to make the video, but the UFC is going to be a very sad place in a few years' time. Because I'm not going to lie, I don't think in a few years' time we're going to have many big names, big superstars in the division, in the sport. And to be honest, the champions we have right now aren't even that big of a name, to be honest. So in this video, we're going to go through every single champion. We're not going to go through the BMF. We're going to go through every single weight class, pick out the champion. I'm going to give you one, maybe two. Some of them only have one, but there is some of here that do have multiple ways they can increase their popularity. Because like I said, I'm not going to lie, these guys, some of them are just really born and need some help. So let's start off with flyweight. Let's go with Alexandre Pantoja. Now, Pantoja, I have two things here because I'm not going to lie, Pantoja needs the help desperately. First thing, we need to bring back old Pantoja. The Pantoja who are getting finishes often. The Pantoja that were going into wars. Yes, I'm not gonna lie. This Pantoja, there are moments where he goes into wars, but for a large portion of his championship career, this boy has, laid in half guard, laid in prayed, and has only gotten decisions. So the one thing that Pantoja can do to increase his popularity, bring back that old dog in him, try to get more finishes. We need to get rid of that whole laying in half guard game plan. I don't want to see that anymore from Pantoja to win any more belts. And the second thing, this boy, I want him to start playing a villain role. He's already cleared out the division. I want more trash talk from him. I want him saying he's the best. He already beat every single one of you guys. I just want him to play the whole villain role. I want him to go evil Pantoja. I think that would bring a lot more eyes, not only to the flyweight division, but to Pantoja himself. Yes, of course, when anyone starts doing the smallest amount of trash talk, they're immediately going to be a Conor McGregor wannabe, but I think Pantoja can do it well. If he wants, he can be one of these stoic villains. I think that would work out very good for him. He has the whole persona to go with that. And he doesn't even have to be really a Conor McGregor villain type of guy. You can just be hey, I already wiped out the entire division. Look at my resume. That's all you really have to do. More of a cocky role than a villain role. Pause. Let's go down to that Bantamweight division. Sean O'Malley. I'm still predicting he's going to be champ by the end of this week. I think he's going to KO Merab, but regardless of that, if you guys watched my video I posted yesterday on the 5 things Sean O'Malley can do to pass Conor McGregor, if he did this one thing, he wouldn't need to do any of those 5 that I listed before, but this is just a simple thing that he literally can't do. I don't know what it is about Sean O'Malley, but he can't do this. But if this man improved his mic skills, do you know how crazy of a megastar he would be? And I think that's just a no-brainer. I think everybody knows that the Sean O'Malley experience is strictly just the octagon performance. Nobody cares about the press conference when it comes to Sean O'Malley. Nobody cares about the interviews when it comes to Sean O'Malley. Do we ever see a highlight reel Sean O'Malley talking some trash and then the knockout before? I can count maybe 2 examples, but for the rest of them, it's strictly just, highlight after highlight, knockout after knockout. There's no trash talk compilation. There's honestly just cringe compilations of Sean O'Malley on stage. I don't know what it is about him. He gets stage fright or something. He literally curls up in a ball and he's afraid to talk. I don't know what it is about Sean O'Malley, but his mic skills, definitely the worst aspect of his whole game. Cause yes, you have to consider promoting yourself, and mic skill is part of promoting yourself. That's where he falls off a cliff in my opinion. Let's go down to Ilia Topuria. I have 2 things for him. The first thing, I think he should continue, being this villain in this featherweight division. We can all agree he's taken upon a villain role in the featherweight division. Not a typical villain role, but one of those villain roles in the movies where, he's a big honcho, he's a big guy. You finally see who the mastermind is, and you see him sitting in a chair. He turns towards you with a cat in his lap, just petting his cat, laughing. That's who Ilia Topuria is, to be honest. That's the role he's taken upon himself. Always wearing that suit. He just looks like one of those super villains. But with that being said, he needs to continue being this villain, continue the path of the trash talking he's doing, just continue down that path. That path I think is working out very well for him. Continue dressing like a super villain. I think all that shit's working very well. The next thing, this is the more important one. Yes, you can say all the time, I'm not fighting these contenders. Brian Ortega, Yair Rodriguez, Max Holloway. List a whole top 15. I'm not fighting any of those guys. You can say all that stuff in the media, acting like the big bad guy, acting like you're the boss, but at the end of the day, he does need to fight these contenders. He can't duck them. I don't want to see him immediately jump up. I honestly don't even really want to see Sean O'Malley jump up after that to fight Ilia Topuria if he beats Max Holloway. We're all doing hypotheticals here. But yeah, I want him to fight more contenders. I don't want to see a champ versus champ fight just quite yet. I think regardless, Ilia Topuria needs to fight more contenders, and Sean O'Malley also, 1 or 2 more contenders he needs to fight. Then we can see both these guys move up. So yeah, that's what I have for Ilia Topuria. Let's go down to Islam Makhachev. For some reason, I have the most things here for Islam Makhachev. I don't know why I have the most for him, but they're all little small things that just add up. So first thing on the list, I'm actually looking at it right here, and there's technically only 2 here because technically the 3 that I do have here, 2 of them are like the exact same, but regardless, the first thing I have for him, after Arman, I want no more rematches for Islam Makhachev. So yes, unfortunately, I don't want to see the Charles fight. I just want fresh matchups. That's the second point. That's what I'm saying. They're kind of the exact same thing, but I want fresh matchup for Islam Makhachev moving forward after Arman. I don't want to see any more rematches unless we see Charles Oliveira like extremely deserve it. I just don't want to see it. I want to see fresh matchups. I want to see him fight new guys, different stylistic matchups. And yeah, I think that would increase his popularity a lot because right now there's that glowing factor that yes, he is one of the best pound for pound fighters. He might be the best lightweight we've ever had, but at the exact same time, it's been nothing but rematches. He needs fresh opponents. And then the last thing I have for him, probably the biggest thing that would increase his popularity, maybe even double it, is I think we need to see Islam Makhachev become a double champ. He's one of the few champions on this list that I can actually realistically see become a double champ. The only problem is that right now we have Belal Muhammad as champion. So Islam Makhachev already said he's not going to fight Belal. A little bit of a weirdness going on right now, so hopefully, someone can come in fast and beat Belal. Pause, that was crazy, but hopefully that can happen. Hopefully we can see a champ versus champ matchup right after that, because to be honest, out of everyone on this list, Islam Makhachev has deserved it out of everyone here, because realistically, most of these guys are semi-new. I think it's him and Alex Pereira. If you add those 2 together, I think they've defended the belt more than all the other champs combined. I'm pretty sure. I might be wrong about that. If not, it's extremely close, but regardless, let's go down to that welterweight division. Belal Muhammad. I was struggling. I'm not gonna lie. I was struggling finding something here for Belal Muhammad, because I could easily put, this boy needs some more knockout power. He needs power. He needs finishing ability. But that's just something he simply does not have and will never have. He can jump on a shit ton of gear and he still won't have that. So that's just a very unrealistic thing for me to put for Belal Muhammad. So the one thing I did put for Belal, just start embracing the hate. I don't know what he can do outside of just embracing being hated. Come into the octagon, tell it how it is. Honestly, in my opinion, he should take a very similar approach to what Khabib did with Conor. Everyone was hating on Khabib, mainly because there's always just a bunch of Conor fans around. So, Belal could easily just be like, whoever he's fighting next, let's say it's Shavkat, or honestly, whoever it is. Every time he goes out, he can say, you guys may hate me, but tomorrow night, I'm going to 50-45 your boy, stuff like that. Embrace being hated. I think that's honestly the only realistic thing Belal Muhammad can do to increase his popularity. Let's go down to the middleweight champion, Dricus Du Plessis. For Dricus, I want 2 things. One, I need some more gaslighting from Dricus. Although, yes, gaslighting isn't a real thing. I just want more from it from Dricus. Dricus makes it a real thing. I want more gaslighting from Dricus Du Plessis. Honestly, I want him to start, sending text messages to his next opponent. Let's say he's going to be Sean Strickland. Send a text message. Send something from Instagram saying, I'm going to be your daddy in that octagon. And then when it gets brought up in the press conferences, we say, I never sent that. That was never me. I never sent the just complete gaslighting. That's what I want. I want more gaslighting from Dricus. At the same time, I want this guy to turn heel so bad. I want him to play the villain role, because I think he could play the best villain role out of all these guys. If we get evil DDP, if we get more gaslighting DDP, this man will be a monster. This man already has some pretty underrated trash talk, so add all this stuff. He might become one of the biggest champions that we have in current MMA. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, 2 pretty simple things for DDP to do. I think if he does that, he could become one of the biggest stars that we have. Let's go down to Alex Pereira. Alex Pereira right now, a lot of people are saying he's the face of the UFC. There's really one thing he can do to win a shit ton of fans over, to increase his hype by a lot, because right now, there's that conversation going around that he is ducking Magomed. He's fighting Khalil Roundtree because he's scared to fight Magomed, all this stuff. So there's one simple thing Alex Pereira needs to do, and that's just KO Magomed. Although I've been saying it for a hot minute, fuck Magomed. All my homies hate Magomed. That's the only thing that really Alex can do right now, realistically, to increase his popularity. Another thing you can say is, you know, go up challenge for heavyweight, but heavyweight's so fucked right now. That shit's gonna take years, to be honest, just to fix the amount of abuse Jon Jones has done to it. With that being said, let's finish it off with the heavyweight division. The current champion, the reigning, the defending heavyweight champion Tom Aspinall. The one thing Tom Aspinall can do right now to increase his popularity that I wish he does do, but honestly he's too much of a nice guy, he's never gonna do this, but just start calling Jon Jones gay, you know? Put little hints here on Instagram, you know, sneak disses. I just want Tom Aspinall to start calling Jon Jones gay, you know? I think that would be hilarious. I think the entire MMA community would find that hilarious, but with that being said, that is every single champion in the UFC. I guess I'll quickly say for the interim heavyweight champion, fight Tom Aspinall. Stop being gay and fight Tom Aspinall. Those are the two things I would say for the interim champion. But that being said, thank you guys so much for watching till the end of the video. We are on that goal to get to 1,000 subscribers, and as you guys can see, you guys are just lazy bastards, and all you do is just watch these videos for free. Help your boy out and subscribe with those post notifications turned on. And yeah, UFC 306 this weekend. Let me know in the comments below, should I illegally stream it for you guys? And yeah, boys, with that being said, there's really not that much else left to say, except for I will see you guys in my next video.